I am so happy to have a very special man on the phone, Tom Paladino, who's a scalar energy researcher, and he's been doing this for 25 plus years. And, I guess everyone asks you, what is scalar energy? But, people here know mana, they know prana, they know chi, they know all that stuff. So can you explain how you found the power of using scalar energy and how you put it to work in your life?
Sure, exactly. That's precisely what it is. It's mana or prana, or some people call it life force energy. Well, in many ways, I copied the work of a few inventors. One of them was Nikola Tesla, and I developed scalar light instruments, which are really prana instruments. Now, what's unique about these instruments, it does not use electromagnetic energy. Instead, we're using the life force energy or the prana energy of the universe. It's quite incredible what you can do with these scientific instruments.
Well, it is, and I've been meditating all my life, and I know that you can, through meditation and prayer, connect with this life force energy. But what's interesting is a way to share it, and there's many different ways people talk about, but I'm very curious about what you say are your light instruments.
Yes, yeah. They're custom-built instruments, and the key to that is these instruments allow us to control matter. In so doing, we can break apart germs or microbes inside the body. So we've discovered a technique with these prana instruments, if you will, an easy and painless technique to break apart viruses, bacteria, fungi inside the body. We're having great success in so doing. So in many ways, I'm announcing to the audience, we have the efficient and guaranteed process to eradicate viruses from the body.
And, this is a lot of people's dream, and it is really what we're talking about, the miraculous power of light.
Yeah.
And it's funny, if people had told us 20, 30 years ago about us being able to use light to capture it and use it as a source of energy to actually power our homes, people would have thought, wow, how can you power your homes and how can you actually use and capture light, to do that? But at the same point, here we are. I think we're just pioneers beginning to understand the power of this light, don't you?
I do. That's a good word. We are the pioneers. These are the early stages, but boy, it offers such great promise to mankind. And finally, we have a source of energy, prana energy or scalar energy, that's clean. It's from the stars of the universe, so it's an infinite supply of energy. And I would say that in the future, the world will rally around this type of technology, and this technology is going to set us free. We will no longer have to depend upon fossil fuels.
Well, I believe that, and I'm so glad when that time comes. We are beginning to just tap into this, and when you started discovering, what was it that made you realize that you were on the path to be able to work with this power of this light and this energy?
When I was initially experimenting, I was working with actually an infant, a young child that had significant bacterial infection. Now, this infant was not of the age of reason, and I was able to eradicate the bacteria in the body of this young child, and I knew I was onto something incredible. And ever since, I've been able to work with people around the world and have similar experiences. So, again, I know we're onto something gigantic. This is going to prove to be the answer to so many pathogenic, so many microbial diseases.
Well, that's so encouraging, of course, when we hear about what's going on right now with diseases and epidemics going into pandemics, etc. But, it's interesting. When I, of course, I'm a Reiki master, but before the term Reiki came into my awareness, I was doing healing. And I was doing healing with hands and energy and far distance and long distance healing. And you do long distance healing with this as well, don't you?
That's correct. And thank you for the analogy. Many healers can heal at a distance. It's frankly, it's quite simple. If you can heal somebody locally, you can likewise do that at a distance. Well, with my instruments, likewise, I work with people at a distance. And I'm able to work with people around the world by way of their photograph. So people simply submit their photograph to me, and with these instruments, I can provide healing energy anywhere in the world. It's quite fabulous. I think we're going to change the way we look at medical science with this new technology.
When you do healing work, when you started, and you've been doing this for a while now, did you sense that there was energy vibrations and frequencies also tied into the use of light work?
Yes, I did, because all is one. When you look at the universe, you have to say that, what is the blanket that covers our universe? It's energy, it's light. And once you tap into that life force energy, my goodness, you can achieve so many things. It's really just the tip of the iceberg what we can do with scalar light.
So tell me how the scalar light works and how you actually work with it.
Okay. Well, in principle, I can instruct my instrument to break apart a germ. For instance, I have a technique in which I can instruct the instrument to break apart, to disassemble the herpes virus. Mm-hmm. And in so doing, I can direct that energy into anybody. And the upshot is the herpes virus will lose its molecular integrity. We will actually collapse the molecular bonds that hold together the herpes virus. All of this is done by way of these unique scientific instruments. And the key is this, Cindy. The key is that you can instruct energy. Energy is an information. And once you have that control over energy, you can accomplish anything.
So how is this different than laser treatments? We all know that there's many laser light treatments, and when you go into some of the heavy-duty therapies for cancer, etc., light is being used, lasers being used in some cases, etc. So how does this differ than when you have an instrument using lasers?
Sure. If I were to compare my instrument to a laser, it's not a laser, but it works on the same principle. A laser carries what? Information. A laser is a tool. And if you're using a laser in surgery, and we do today, that performs a work function. Well, that's great. Now, what I've discovered with my instrument, that the work function that I can achieve is to easily break down the molecular bonds of a virus or a bacterium. And what's crucial is this. I've been working with people around the world, so now this is affordable. Now you don't have to travel to some distant clinic. How do I work with people? I treat people by way of their photograph. So that's the key. Now, finally, we have universal health care that's affordable.
So tell me this. What does a photograph and how do you interpret the laser and actually the light in scalar energy interpret the energy needed by the photograph?
Sure. When I place a photograph inside my instrument, this life force energy recognizes the person. So if you would use an analogy, if a radio station can find a portable radio, and then my instrument is much like a radio station, and I'm able to find anybody in the world, regardless if they're stationary or they're moving, that, in essence, by way of analogy, describes my instrument. So my instrument can find a person by way of their photograph. Their photograph represents their signal or their light character. And once I can find that person and make a connection, then I can send information. And then I'm able to break down the viruses, the bacteria, even the toxins in the body I can break down with this instrument.
Well, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking to Tom Paladino. He's a scalar energy researcher, and he is going to be coming back to the island soon. And you're actually going to give people a way to contact you to find out more about how they can reach out to you, right? And maybe participate in this and also do some long-distance healing as well.
Sure. I'm going to be speaking in the greater Honolulu area. I'll give the audience a phone number. Simply call the phone number and make a reservation. I have 6 different venues, 6 different seminars beginning February 17th. That phone number is area code 808-383-7499. If you call that number, make a reservation, you'll be treated to refreshments. It's an evening of Scalar Energy discussion, and everybody in attendance will receive free Scalar Energy treatments for their entire family. So please attend the event. You won't be disappointed.
Can you give that number out once again, just in case people didn't have time to connect and get it written down?
Sure. The phone number is area code 808-383-7499.
All right. Now let's continue on and talk about your pathogen cleanse that you do.
Okay. All right. So we have, if you will, perfected a technique, and we call it the pathogenic cleanse, in which we're able to identify inside the human body, or the animal body for that matter, over 400,000 different species of germs, viruses, parasites, protozoan, even prions, fungi, mold. And with this instrument, this scientific approach, we're able to broadcast energy, scalar light energy, into the body. And that energy will break apart, will disassemble any combination of those 400,000 species of germs. So on a daily basis, what we can effectuate is a germ cleanse. We can rid the body, eradicate the body of the common germs, microbes known to man. Now, the upshot is people feel better. Once you get rid of the parasites and the viruses in your body, you'll feel much better. And that indeed is what we've experienced from people around the world. So I am really going out on a limb here and inviting the world to test this out. We actually have a free trial on our website that I'll mention. Anybody in the world can visit our website, scalarlight.com, and then experience that free trial, a pathogenic cleanse in which, regardless of who you are, you simply email us your photograph. We work with people around the world, and we're able to cleanse your body of pathogens. Avail yourself to that free trial. It works, and again, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is going to change the way we look at medicine, that this is going to be the answer for so many diseases. Thousands of microbial diseases can now be addressed by this healing energy.
You do have a YouTube site. People can actually find out more about this at youtube.com, user Tom Paladino. Tom Paladino Scalar. That's Tom Paladino Scalar, all one word. So if you go to YouTube and put that in, you'll be able to see some more about this. Plus, you have a Facebook site and a Twitter as well. Twitter at Tom Paladino. So when you do these remote events where people are getting energy and healing, what are some of the feedback and results that you hear back from people you've worked with?
I would say within the first week or two after we start working with people, many people feel the benefits because they've been carrying germs, microbes in their body for so long. And in general, people say that they have a surge of energy. Or some people who had a great deal, say, of bacterial infection, now experience a reduction in inflammation. When you have so many germs, in this case bacteria, infecting your joints, you're going to have inflammation. And many people say that they had stiffness in their joints to the point of arthritis. Well, by eradicating all of these bacterial species inside the body, many people say that their range of movement, their mobility has been enhanced, and that they have a greater night of sleep, an uninterrupted night of sleep. Others will say that their appetite has returned. Many people say that they have, again, an increased sense of mental clarity or awareness or a greater sense, a surge of energy. I can't stress enough how important it is to get rid of the parasites in your body and how these germs live off of us, frankly. And once you rid your body of these parasites, bacteria, mold, most people feel significantly better.
Now, I noticed that you also do a 30-day remote treatment cleanse. And over 30 days, how does that work?
Usually, rule of thumb, the longer the people stay on this session, the better that they feel. Well, we offer a 15-day trial on our website. If people want to continue, we have a paying schedule in which it's a 30-day session. But the key to this is we want people to try it, and that's why we offer a 15-day free session to anybody in the world. Now, consider how many people have health complications and how they could be helped simply by emailing their photograph to us, and with your photograph, we'll be able to perform this germ cleanse anywhere you live in the world. And again, most people see the benefits within the first few days. A lot of people just don't quite realize how taxing it is upon their body to carry this pathogenic load, this pathogenic infection, all of their lives.
So tell me, you've been doing this for a while now. Do you have people coming back as regular clients
Yes.
that have done something and maybe they've traveled to another country or something's happened with their diet or they've gone through stress and they feel like they're again carrying a lot of unfortunate toxic things in their body? Do they come back and try one more time to get another cleanse from you?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And many people are to the point that they will sign up for, say, 2 to 3 months at a time because they feel better while on the sessions, and then they'll take a break, a hiatus. Invariably, many people are starting to use this as a maintenance program, Cindy, in which they will treat themselves periodically throughout the year. And again, this is a worldwide ministry that we have now. So we are reaching people on all 5 continents, and many of those people are, again, taking this upon themselves to be treated on a regular basis, not necessarily a continuous basis, but a regular basis, more or less as a maintenance program for their health.
Now, I know you've traveled around the country and I guess maybe around the world, right? And how many people have experienced the healing scalar treatments at this point?
We've provided scalar energy sessions for at least 20 to 30 million people. We have people from Africa signing up and sending in photographs of their entire church congregation. We have people from India sending in group photographs from people throughout India. And over the years, and I've been doing this for the past 10 years, we've treated probably close to 25 to 30 million people around the world with great results.
So explain to me about, and I know there's lots of levels of light. Obviously the Earth energy field, I think, is a very dense field compared to other higher levels of energy and planes of existence. And of course, you can go right up to the source of all light, coming from that. How do we have to learn in our lives to stay in tune with the higher energies and the higher lights and not be brought down by things that are energetic that are really, a lot of them, all around us? Everything from being in a negative situation to TVs and things that we might be affected by. So what would you give as recommendations for people to stay in the clearest light?
I think that's a great question. I first and foremost, I would say live in the present moment. You only can control the present moment, so don't worry about the past. It's done with. And if you need to make a projection in the future for your personal life, your business life, or your academic career, I understand that. But still, be happy, live in the moment, and when you do that, I think you really incorporate your best energy, your best focus within the moment. That doesn't mean that you don't have goals, but just try and make every day count. This is my creed, if you will. I try and make every day count, Cindy. I live in the present moment. Of course, I have goals and aspirations, but I make sure that every day I accomplish something, that I have goals that day, and it's a very rewarding and a very satisfying lifestyle that I have because I can see achievement, and it's realistic. So live in the moment, be happy in the moment. Sure, look towards the future and be very happy and excited about what the future holds, what the future beckons. But please be happy. Pray, meditate, live in the moment, be happy, and God will bless you.
So you've been doing this about, 29 years, is it?
Yes.
So how has this work changed your life, Tom?
It's my life. It's part of my fabric. It's what I really get up for in the morning because I see the benefit. Imagine If you could get up on any given day, 7 days a week, and work with people around the world and provide healing with them by way of this scientific process, would that not be a fulfilling lifestyle? I have a very fulfilling lifestyle. I am extremely happy, Cindy. I'm extremely happy with my lifestyle. The fact that I can help so many people around the world. And has it changed me? Yes. For the better? Of course. Is it always a means for me to learn? Of course. Of course. It's an exciting lifestyle, people. Imagine having the ability to work with people around the world, the ability to eradicate the herpes virus or the bacterium that causes tuberculosis, and to be able to do that remotely with these scientific instruments. Yeah, I've got the best job going.
So have you found with cases that you've worked with that this actually has occurred, that people have had herpes or other viruses that have been removed by the scalar light treatments?
That's absolutely right. We have diagnostic tests on our website that prove that. So what am I saying to the audience? Finally, we have an answer for HIV. Finally, we have an answer for the herpes virus.
And when you do this, have you found that certain people are more open to being healed and are able to be receptive to this energy than others?
Yes, by all means. Some people are simply more in tune with their bodies, with their state of mind, with their soul, and they welcome the healing. And with that in mind, the healing is accelerated, or we can beget that healing when those that we work with are participating with their healing. You know, some people maybe are not quite on board and they just don't have that desire to be healed for whatever reason. But I would concur with you that if people work with us hand in hand, that healing is assured and that healing is accelerated.
And that's an interesting thing, because you're dealing with an energy, and we talk about positive energy and negative energy and how important light is, and how the difference is between light and dark. And in a way, you are working with this light, which do you figure this light is actually positive energy? Are you able to sense it as positive energy?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I firmly believe it's of a divine origin, yes.
And so, since you started, how have you evolved it? What have you learned since you began?
I've learned that everybody in this world has such an incredible, meaningful impact upon the world themselves and the world around them. I am so happy to know that I can make a meaningful and favorable impact in the health of people around the world. If I can do it, then you can do it. The point is this: once we are united, the human race unites, we can accomplish so many things. And that's what I've been able to achieve with this healing ministry, simply by working with people hand in hand. And with this healing ministry, it's taught me so much. It's taught me the indomitable human will, the spirit of mankind. I've learned so much, and if anything, what I take away from this is united we stand. We as the people can achieve so much when there's teamwork, when we work together.
I do believe that's really so powerful, and it is so needed as well. I'm sure you've encountered people who are cynical and sometimes doubt you and what you're saying and may think this is impossible. What would you say to those people who are going, well, how can you possibly do this?
Yeah. Well, let's look at the advances just in the past 100, 200 years. 200 years ago, there were no airplanes. Nobody has a computer. Electricity still was not harnessed. And look at the advances that we've made in the past century, the past 200 years. Technology is the tool that allows us to control nature. That's the key. If you look at any of the technology today, what is it being used for? To control, to overcome obstacles, to control nature. And that is what my instrument is doing. It's a tool that can control nature, and in so doing, this technology will benefit everybody in the world.
Well, you're offering people a deal that really is quite an amazing offer, actually free, chance to experience this for themselves. And that's a wonderful gift. And so, if there are people that are going, well, gosh, what do I have to lose? I might as well try, right? Then how do they take advantage of that wonderful offer for a free scalar treatment?
Sure. If you visit our website, scalarlight.com, anybody in the world at the very top of the website can click a link and submit your photographs. Now, not only can you submit your photographs, but we'll let you send in 20 photographs of family members, friends, and pets. And we do that to prove to people that this works. So, again, the website, scalarlight.com. Anybody can visit the website, sign up, no questions asked. With your email photograph, we will provide 15 days of free scalar energy sessions. We'll eradicate the pathogens in your body, and we'll balance your chakras.
Now, tell me something. Does it have to be a recent photograph?
No, that's a very good question. It could be the age of the photograph does not matter.
Oh, now, that's interesting to me. I would have thought you'd need a recent photograph to make sure you have what's going on now. But that's interesting that you don't need a recent photograph for this.
No, because scalar is outside of time.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Wow. And so I thought it was just for one person, but you can actually include family members. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah. We want everybody included. Oh yeah. We want to heal the world. That's the end goal here. If anybody's asking me what's the end goal is to heal the world. So we allow you to send in 20 photographs of family members. Go ahead and do so.
Scalarlight.com. That's Scalar, SCALAR, light.com. Now, again, tell us, you're coming to the island soon, and how do people go and find out where you're going to be and how they can be there in person? Sure. They're free talks. My first talk begins on February 17th, and just call the phone number and make a reservation. It's area code 808-383-7499. I am speaking in the greater Honolulu area. And you'll be doing a few sessions there as well. That's correct. 6 in total, yep. Well, that's really wonderful. I know you like the energy of the islands and the people, and you find that you resonate with your message here quite well, don't you? I do. I love working with the people of Hawaii. My heart really is with the people of Hawaii. I love the culture. Well, then you maybe want to move here. Why? Of course. Why not? You may just want to move here because right now you're based in Florida, which is a long ways away. Yes, but light travels and doesn't know the distance. So I really have to say, when I talk to you, I get very inspired by your sincerity, your enthusiasm, the work you're doing, and the way you're offering for people to experience this without fear by saying that people can have free treatments, because there's going to be a lot of doubters out there, but if you have a treatment and you feel better, that's one way to find out the answer for yourself. Yeah. So people can get on board this and certainly find out more and learn more. You can go to the YouTube channel and go to his YouTube channel at Tom Paladino, Scalar, and also Twitter, Tom Paladino, and on Facebook as well. And go to scalarlight.com. That's scalarlight.com, correct? That's correct, yes. Well, it's always a treat to talk to you, and I feel really blessed to know that you're doing the work out there and that you care about trying to help, and in so many ways trying to help what's going on in the world and try to help heal the world. So God bless you, and thank you so much for the work you do, Tom, and aloha. Aloha. Thanks, Cindy.